Today's program is brought to you by pennystockprofessor.com. For all the best OTCBB stock picks, sign up at pennystockprofessor.com. I'm Brandon Vincent, and on behalf of all of us here at TBC, we want to thank you for joining us for another TBC Daily News Update. Stocks stayed stuck in a rut Friday afternoon as investors remained on guard against weakness in the global economy, keeping some short-term Treasury bill rates near zero. The energy sector led the stock market thanks to a pullback in commodity prices and Goldman Sachs' removal of coal producer Peabody Energy from its conviction buy list. The market's technology sector was also a weak point, hurt by a bigger than expected drop in profits at Dell. In recent action, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was off 20 points or 0.2% at 10,312.34, on pace for a third straight daily decline. If Friday's losses hold through the bell, that would represent the average's longest streak losing since early October.
Angry students statewide in California are protesting a 32% undergraduate tuition hike instituted by the California Board of Education of Regents. Protesting students and others say the increased tuition will hurt working and middle-class students who benefit from state-funded education. But officials argue that a fee increase and deep cuts in school spending are necessary because of a persistent budget crisis that has forced reductions across California's state government.
The country of India turned itself in recent years into a manufacturing dynamo, showing signs of India's economic rebirth. But a homicide case playing out in an auto parts factory in India is raising concerns about whether the Indian industrial miracle is hitting a wall of industrial unrest. Precoal Limited, which makes instrument panels for the likes of Toyota and General Motors, was rocked in late September when workers burst into the office of Roy George, its 46-year-old human resources officer. Angry over a wage freeze, they carried iron rods, witnesses say, and left Mr. George in a pool of blood. Police arrested 50 union members in connection with his death. Their lawyer says charges haven't been filed. Battle lines are being drawn in labor actions across India. Factory managers, amid the global economic downturn, want to prepare labor costs, remove defiant workers, and unions are attempting to stop them, with slowdowns and strikes that have led at times to bloodshed. The disputes are fueled by the discontent of workers, many of them who say they haven't partaken of the past decade's prosperity. Their passions are being whipped up, companies say, by labor leaders who want to add members to their unions and win votes for left-leaning political parties. Adding to the tensions are the country's decades-old labor codes, which workers and companies alike say require an overall overhaul.
In fashion news, she's called Japan's most colorful First Lady for her cheerful character and quirky comments. Now the wife of new Prime Minister Yukio Hatoyama has won an award for looking good in her jeans. Miyuki Hatoyama, 66, won the annual prize given to celebrities who look best in denim, along with 4 Japanese musicians and a Taiwanese actor. The First Lady was recognized for wearing jeans gracefully with a bit of revolutionary touch, according to the Japan Jeans Association, which represents denim importers and manufacturers. Japan's past First Ladies have made few public appearances and wore conservative dresses, rarely even trousers. Hatoyama, a strong believer in spiritualism, has previously made headlines by saying she met actor Tom Cruise in a previous life and that her soul has traveled to Venus on a UFO. Today's small cap dynamic watch list is brought to you by OTCBB.com. Quote Media Incorporation, QMCI, Mobile Pro Corporation, MOBL, Unigene Laboratories Incorporation, UGNE, Opexa Therapeutics Incorporation, OPXA, Cargo Connection Logistics Holding Incorporation, CRGO, Axial Vector Engine Corporation, AXVC, and the following companies listed by trading symbol also included in watch list are as followed: XKEM, RGRP, ACHI, IMNR, CKEIE, MGEN, NVAO.
Newcastle upon Tyne was once a major industrial center, but the city has been transformed into the greenest city in Britain in recent years. According to a sustainability audit, Newcastle was a bit of a surprise, surpassing cities that typically come to mind when Brits think Green City, such as Bristol or Breton, and Hove, which ranked second and third respectively. But perhaps Brits shouldn't have been quite so surprised. Newcastle has rapidly moved up in the rankings in the past few years. The city, located in northern England, about halfway between Leeds and Edinburgh, ranked 8th in 2007, and last year they moved up to 4th before leaping up to the top spot in 2009. More specifically, the jump in rank can be attributed to the city's improved air quality, biodiversity in public parks, and open spaces, and the best salmon run on an English river. Newcastle also got high marks for waste collection, expansion of green space, life expectancy, and good strategies for tackling the pink elephant in the room, climate change. The city also reduced carbon emissions by limiting car use and reducing emissions in public transportation systems.
A buoyant stock market and a still robust economy have nearly doubled the number of billionaires in India, according to the Forbes Rich list. With the stock market having gained more than 75% this year and the economy growing at nearly 7%, the number of billionaires jumped to 52 in 2009 from 27 in the previous year, just 2 short of the record in 2007, according to the ranking. Mukesh Ambani, chief of Reliance Industries, India's most valuable private firm, tops the list again with a net worth of about $32 billion. Followed by steel baron Lakshmi Mittal with $30 billion, their net worth rose by nearly half. Rounding off the top 3 is Mukesh's estranged brother Anil Ambani with an estimated net worth of $17.5 billion. The combined net worth of India's 100 wealthiest people is $276 billion, according to the list, about a quarter of the country's GDP and greater than China's $170 billion. Savirti Jindal, non-executive chairwoman of OP Jindal Group, is at number 7 and one of only 6 women on the list.
I'm Brandon Vincent, and on behalf of all of us here at TBC, we want to thank you for joining us for another TBC Daily News Update.